我们今天我有这种福气，能跟各位一起研究《大放光佛华严经》这个第25品，叫十回向品。等一等，我就调引磬上下，然后呢，各位可以在自己的座位上，就跟我一起行三文心礼然后呢，我们就请 Elaine 为他的父亲来请法。Okay, so let's get started. We've got the screen up. I'll ring the bell. Let's make 3 half bows. First bow. Second bow. And third bow. All right. Now, Elaine wants to request Dharma on behalf of her father. So, Elaine, if you'd like to do that, please request Dharma now.
恭请大德圣听，为此法会及一切众生，请转妙法轮，教导我们如何了生脱死，离苦得乐，速证无生。Will the Sangha with great virtue, our compassion, for the sake of this assembly and all living beings, please turn the wonderful Dharma wheel to teach us how to leave suffering and attain bliss and end birth and death, and quickly will fly non-birth.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Homage to the blessed, noble, and perfectly enlightened one.
Homage to the blessed, noble, and perfectly enlightened one.
Namo sadanto suchedoye alahadi samyao samputoshe.
Namo salanto sujedoye alahadi samyao samputoshe.
无上甚深微妙法，百千万劫难遭遇。我今见闻得受持，愿解如来真实义。Supreme and wondrous Dharma, subtle and profound, rarely is encountered, even in billions of eons. But now we see and hear it and accept it reverently. May we truly understand the Buddha's actual meaning. Okay, Elaine, we appreciate the Dharma request on behalf of your father. We're going to continue to invoke spiritual presence here in, I'm physically in Australia, and we're going to ask the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas to bless each of us wherever we might be around the world, and we'll find out in just a minute where everyone is. So let's all sincerely invite the Avatamsaka, the flower garland assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, the Dharma protectors, the gods, the dragons, and the Eightfold Pantheons to draw near and shed their light on all of our hearts. 那我们就感恩 Elaine 为他父亲来请法。那我们接下来我们就殷请华严海会佛菩萨，还有天龙八部护法善神，就慈悲垂家父，就参加我们的法会，在无形中，在空中，就放大光明，照顾各位，你们无论这个地球上在哪里都可以梦到佛菩萨的关怀，还有 天龙八部的这个护持啊，我们就用一个100年的一个老乐器，这个老 banjo 帮忙我们殷勤。We're going to let a 100-year-old banjo. This is a beautiful instrument. We're going to let it help us make an adorned request. 希望这个乐器就庄严地帮我们殷勤。好。南无大方广佛华严经，华严海会佛菩萨，南无大方广佛华严经，华严海会佛菩萨，南无大方广佛华严经。华严海佛菩萨，南无大方华严经，华严海佛菩萨，南无大方华严经，华严海佛菩萨，南无华严经，华严海会佛菩萨，南无大方华严经，华严海会佛菩萨。一个声音很庄严。The Pomo people practice spiritual connections to the earth and to all creation here on their ancestral lands for tens of thousands of years, and today we acknowledge them as traditional custodians and original storytellers of these lands. We offer our respect to their elders, past, present, and emerging, and to all First Nations people whose sovereignty was never ceded. 就是说 Pomo 人，这个印第安人，在他们祖先的土地上修炼着他们与土地和万物的精神联系，已有数万年。今天我们承认他们是这个土地的传统监护人和原始讲故事的人，并且向他们过去和现在和新兴的长老们表示敬意。以及主权从未波割让的所有的第一民族人民们表示敬意。And let's see here. There we go. The bell sound wide resounds throughout 100 million worlds. The Buddha's law is heard and spread all throughout the triple world. The wondrous sound that everywhere fills the Dharma realm with peace. May those who hear it gain the strength to follow in faith the Buddha's path. 众生传3000界内，佛法扬万亿国中，共训其法界和平，利益报他能厚德。Okay, we'll close that. And let's see. We are today, 我们都在什么地方？这个地球上，佛法，我们说弘法利生，那我们机会弘法的机会有多远呢？有万佛圣城，有德州 Texas. How far, we say we want to spread the Dharma to help people out. How far can we do that? let's take a look and see on our little round blue planet how far we can go. Let's see, this Dharma sound, the bell sound, should resound to Texas, to San Jose, California, to Los Angeles, to Redwood Valley, to Hong Kong, to Malaysia, to Newbury Park, California, Sunnyvale, Calgary, Alberta, San Lorenzo, Montreal, Canada. Let's see here, Shandong, okay, 马来西亚还有呢，北京、上海、广州、海宁深圳，哇哦，中国各地方 ，Dublin, Ohio, 西雅图、华盛顿州 ，Alameda, California. Let's see here, 广东佛山市let's see, 北京，还有 Columbia City, Oregon, Berkeley, California. 还有呢，黑龙江 ，OK, New Zealand. We love the Kiwis. Union City, South San Francisco, Stockton, California, Seattle. Let's see, that would be Milpitas. I know who that is. San Jose and San Francisco. Hey, Michael Owen is here. That should be Ukiah somewhere in there, Talmadge. Then San Gabriel, California, Mesa, Arizona, Malaysia, 还有西雅图哇，西雅图人多今天 a lot of Seattle people. Heron Bay, Sandlin, okay, good. Let's see here. Also, Hanoi, Vietnam, Virginia, the state of Santa Barbara, 台北、北京哈尔滨，还有杭州特别欢迎Let's see here. 姓封的多今天有4位。那我们就是跟着姓名来算的，很多州姓周的怎么说？臣林满天下还有这个什么地方？吉林黑龙江唐山河北湖南 OK 湖南省 OK 好的，辽宁浙江，还有苏州市陕西陕西省。那个叫宝鸡Jewel Chicken City, 福建泉州吉林还有河北这个地方多吉林，还有唐山又有唐山来，江苏 OK good 呼和浩特 OK 内蒙古欢迎，哈尔滨 Seattle, Los Angeles, Kuala Lumpur 喂山东。Let's see here, 朝阳，还有哈尔滨，的确是东北人多了，没有问题了上海和台北。Okay, we are in terms of where we're from. We are mostly from Manchuria. More Manchuria, Seattle may be a close second, or California, I suppose, if you go by state. Alrighty. Now, I hope you like my desktop. That's a rose from here in Australia. Here is our text today. And I need to bring up, let's see while I'm at it. There we go. We bring that up as well. Okay. Today, what's going on? We are concluding our 10 transferences. Oh, I should say at the start, because I'm going to say it again at the end, but I want everyone to hear that next week at this time I will be in the air flying, so I will not be lecturing. We'll ask Heng Sure at the end if he has, I believe Dharma Master Chur, I think, has agreed to speak, which will be a treat for everyone. So, but I want folks to know that I will be in transit next week. So, okay, 我就要先讲清楚，我下个礼拜这个时候就在空中回去美国，所以呢就没机会跟大家接法缘。下个礼拜就说恒实法师，我听说答应了呀，Dharma Master Chur恒实法师答应跟给大家讲佛法，那么所以呢大家要特别告诉亲戚朋友们都一定要来参加下个礼拜接这个恒实法师的法语OK， So Dharma Master Chu will be speaking next week. Okay, we're finishing the prose of this 10 transferences, 6th transference next week. That's a big deal because there's a summary of the principle. Tonight, we get the motive. Why do they call it dedication? Why do they call it transference? So when we come back, we'll be plugging into the repetitive verses, the same principles, only in verse form. And when those are done, we'll be moving on to the 7th transference, which is a whole new approach to this practice. Okay? 今天晚上我们把这个第6回向讲完了，长恒的部分讲完了，长恒讲完了，就再开始那个重诵，就用偈颂来再说一次这个道理，这些修行的资讯。然后呢，这个重诵讲完了，我们就再继续开始这个第7回向。OK， 所以呢，今天晚上第一个就是为什么这个法门叫回向。Okay, there we go. We ready? Jump into the sutra. Here we go. Okay. 佛子慈菩萨摩诃萨住一切智，若处非处，普皆回向一切智性，于一切处皆悉回向，无有退转。Disciples of the Buddha, Bodhisattvas, Mahasattvas, abide in omniscient wisdom, regardless of where they are, making universal dedications to the realization of omniscient wisdom. They make such dedications everywhere without retreating. This is an important point, I think, to identify what is particularly special about this practice, which is how portable it is. You can practice transference and dedication anytime, anywhere, walking, standing, sitting, lying down, as long as you're awake, not asleep, you can make this practice work for you. How you transfer, what you transfer to, where you send your merit and virtue doesn't matter. That's up to you. And you can, every single time you dedicate merit, you can do it differently. That's, I think maybe I haven't said that enough. What we are seeing, this is in general. What does it say? Let me say that in Chinese. 这个应该多说几次让各位清一楚就是佛子慈菩萨摩诃萨住一切智，非处如果在这里或者在哪里一样，他就普皆回向一切智性。于一切处悉皆回向，无有退转。意思是说，这个法门是可以提动的，无论我们在哪里，我们行住坐卧，就说是还没有睡觉，我们还在这个清醒的话，一样可以回向功德。还有这点，我可能没有讲了够次，没有讲了要再强调再说。就是说，回向这个心，完全看你的反应、你的环境、你的心愿。每一次回向可以回向给不同的一个对象。你做布施，这个受者是完全看你觉得谁需要。你们有没有注意？这个华严经上这些比喻的这些菩萨，这些典型的榜样的菩萨，在华严经里面了，他们每次有10个不同的愿。到这个时候，第6回向，他们愿意回向很会，他们非常准确，非常就说道气应该说。accurate， 很就是说百战百胜这样子，每次回向就好像 射箭哦，就到地攻，就这样子。因为他们现在会用自己的心。我们呢，我们有的时候会想，有的时候忘了，有的时候会想，有的时候就愚昧、沉闷啊，犹豫啊，所以呢就不想回想。结果怎么样？好，有的时候比这个时候比那个时候好一点，有的时候就不太对机的。越用心在回向，我们越会非常精巧的来回向，就像菩萨一样。所以呢，这个回向是完全看我们的心愿。OK， 就说普皆回向，一切智性。各位记得吗？普贤菩萨第10大愿叫什么？普皆回向，就是这个普皆回向。这次回向给什么呢？一切智性，希望自己有大智，一切智，希望一切众生皆证得一切智，就是在一切处啊，世界回向，没有关系在哪里，什么时候。有的人就说：“哎呀，法师，现在天黑不可以念楞严咒，是不是？”不是。现在天黑不能回向，是不是？不是。随时随地都可以念楞严咒，随时随地都可以回向功德，对不对？你那个大家要清楚。Okay, translate. So look at this. The Bodhisattvas transfer merit, dedicate merit all the time. Regardless of where they are, they make dedications to realizing omniscient wisdom for themselves and for everyone. But this is just one of the many, many, many dedication vows that they make. They make these dedications everywhere without retreating. Walking, standing, sitting, lying down. As long as they're awake, they're dedicating merit all the time. It's these 4 words right here, 普皆回向. Those are the name of Samantabhadra's vow number 10. The last crowning vow of the 10 vows of Samantabhadra is 普皆回向, dedicate merit everywhere. So our chapter here is a handbook. It's a text. It's an instruction text. It's a doc file that comes with your new appliance to teach us how to do it. And of course, the more we do it, the better we are at it. When a bodhisattva like these sixth dedication bodhisattvas transfer merit, they're precise. They're really good at it. And they always do it 10 in a row. And each one of those vows is different. Each one of those vows is like a gift of light and goodness and merit that they send out to anyone who will receive it. So their minds are good at it because they do it more. How come our minds are sort of, sometimes we remember, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we're like caught in depression or beating ourselves up, or we're on the opposite, we're arrogant and looking down on everyone, or somewhere in between, and we forget to transfer. We don't remember to dedicate merit. If we do it like this, 随时随地, right, at all times and all places, just spontaneously, we get better. Just like a muscle that gets stronger if you do more push-ups and sit-ups and jumping jacks and squat thrusts, right? If you do more aerobics. Remember the Canadian aerobic exercises, the Canadian Air Force? Those were popular when I was a teenager. That was a big deal. You push against the wall, right? Aerobics. If we do that, we get stronger. If we use our minds to transfer merit, we get stronger, better at it, more precise. And the more we do it, the more the depression and the moods and the anger and all those things go away, because we're using our minds for the good. So the practice of dedication of merit is portable. Take it with us wherever we go. Okay, now we have an important question. Here we go. 以何义故说明回向? Why is it called dedication? So, in the next 10 sentences, we're going to get a really close look at this practice. This is really a key set of teachings because this is the Avatamsaka Sutra's definition of what does it mean to transfer merit, right? 说明, like a 说明书. What do you mean when you say dedication? What is this? And we're going to find out. This is as close as we get to the sutra's own description of dedication and merit. If we can understand one of these 10, two of these 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these 10, we really understand this practice, and we will be able to put it to work for us. 好了，他就这个华严经就说，这个为什么叫回向？回向是怎么一回事？接下来有10个答案，他又答复这个问题10次。故名回向，故名回向，这就是华严经的说明。什么叫回向？如果各位呢，如果你明白1句明白2句、3、4、5句、6、7、8、9、10句，你明白，你就会运用回向，那你就是这个脚踏实地在回向功德的这个道路上。Okay, are we ready? Let's take a look. What does it say? 永渡世间，至于彼岸，故名回向。永出主运，至于彼岸，故名回向。度言语道，至于彼岸，故名回向。离种种想，至于彼岸，故名回向。永断身见，至于彼岸，故名回向。永离异处，至于彼岸，故名回向。永绝所作，至于彼岸，故名回向。永出诸有，至于彼岸，故名回向。永舍诸取，至于彼岸，故名回向。Finally, 永出世法，至于彼岸，故名回向。Oh boy. If we could put this list of 10 as the reason why we are interested in Buddhism, the reason why we cultivate, the reason why we want to be Buddhists, you couldn't do better. Here you go. Ready? It is called dedication because bodhisattvas constantly bring living beings to the other shore. It is called dedication because they forever leave behind the skandhas, arriving at the other shore. It is called dedication because they transcend the path of language, arriving at the other shore. It is called dedication because they are free from all thoughts, arriving at the other shore. It is called dedication because they forever cut off the view of self, arriving at the other shore. It is called dedication because they're forever free of all clinging, arriving at the other shore. It is called dedication because they forever put an end to all actions, arriving at the other shore. It is called dedication because they forever transcend all existence, arriving at the other shore. It is called dedication because they forever forsake all grasping, arriving at the other shore. And finally, it is called dedication because they forever transcend worldly phenomena, arriving at the other shore. Okay, dig in. Take a look here. Notice, what's the pattern? So those of you who don't speak Chinese, you're going to learn some Chinese. Ha, 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 ha. Okay, notice the first word, Yong. That's Star Master Jin Yong's name. And it means forever. Forever. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of these reasons for it to be called dedication has to do with forever. Ever and ever. So, time. It's like, there's no time this is not this, okay? So, right, Yong. Okay, then, travel across here. We've got 3 characters, and then a pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look how many times it repeats. 10 times. So in other words, these three characters, after the yong and before the zhi yu bi an, are very important. They're little nuggets of motives, reasons for dedication. Okay, so this is interesting because it puts a spotlight on, in this case it's 4, in this case it's 4, but here it's 3, and the rest is a pattern. What does zhi yu bi an means? It means to the other shore. What does that mean? Paramita. Paramita means leaving behind affliction, leaving behind confusion, leaving behind birth and death, and all the suffering of getting old and getting sick, and your body doesn't work the way it used to anymore, and no choice. And leave that all behind. Get to the other shore, where nirvana is the other shore. From birth and death, across affliction to nirvana. Ooh. And then, last 4, that's why we call it transference. So it's called dedication. And I bounce back and forth between those two English words. Okay? So, what does that mean? It means, as we study this, if you can pick up on these 3, in this case, here these 3 and these 4, you have a list of the essence of the Bodhisattva path. You have, and furthermore, because dedication happens in the mind, you've got a real, strong, solid insight into Buddhist psychology. Okay, now what are those little nuggets in each of these 10 sentences? 各位要注意哈，这10句，这10个这不是愿，这是解释，这是金刚幢菩萨在帮我们解释什么叫回向。你们有没有注意我在念的时候，每一句呢有一个永字开始，有2个没有，8个都用永开始，永就是说永远，没有一个时候菩萨不这样做，没有一个时候这个法不是这样子 ，OK， 永远永远就是，所以把时间就缩短，练长，拉长然后呢，每一句呢都有8个字，同样一个 pattern， 这个模型，智欲彼岸故名回向，是不是？你们看看，10次，智欲彼岸故名回向，彼岸呢，这是一个比喻，大家很清楚，你们熟悉了哈，叫什么？波罗蜜 ，Paramita 就度了，6度布施持戒忍辱精进禅定智慧禅定般若，就是比波罗蜜 Paramita， 般若波罗蜜多心经就是这个波罗蜜哈，到于彼岸，这是一个比喻，为什么呢？就说我们在生死此岸要过烦恼中流，一直到涅槃彼岸，我们在生死此岸要过涅槃中流，一直到涅槃彼岸。对了，所以呢，就说度，就说圆满，这是菩萨道的开始。如果我们用什么什么什么到圆满，那个就叫回向。OK， 10次。所以呢，因为我们知道这个8个字8个字8个字就是一个 pattern， 不改不变，所以中间这3个字在这里是4个字，非常重要。把这3个还是4个拿出来，你就有菩萨道的心中心，菩萨道的科心。所以我们注意了。Okay, I missed, as I was saying it in English, I missed one important part. So to say, these verbs, or whatever these principles are that we do forever to the other shore, what that means is to perfection. perfectly to the end, all the way to nirvana on the other shore. And that's why we call it transference. So, in other words, transference can take us there. Okay, we'll find out what it is in each of the 10. Okay, and I forgot a piece in the Chinese. 我补充哈，给自己补充自己了，就说因为回向是心理的一种布施，就是属于佛教的心理学，佛教讲心，所以呢，这个10个法，10个道理，就是有圆满，修的圆满到彼岸啊，把这个心同时一方面回向，一方面自己的心就修得圆圆满满的。OK， 明白 ？OK， let's take a look. Dun dun dun. It is called dedication because bodhisattvas bring living beings to the other shore. And then you know what they do? They turn around and go back. That's big. 第一呢，菩萨就度众生到于彼岸，永远这样做。That constantly, forever, or always, bodhisattvas always, 他们永远这样做。然后呢，你看菩萨，他就把倒驾慈航，到了彼岸呢，就转头回来此岸。回来苦海，过苦海，就回来此生死此岸。你看他们不会算数的哈，傻瓜。对了，常常吃亏，这是菩萨本分。第二呢 ，Number 2, it is called dedication because forever, leave behind the skandhas. What could that mean? So, what are skandhas? Think about it. Skandhas are body and mind. Where do they come from? They come from your mom and dad. You are born with a new set, no matter what body you're in. Are you an insect? Are you a god? You come with a set of skandhas, body and mind. And here it says the bodhisattvas leave them behind forever. In other words, birth and death is over for them, and they can choose how they reincarnate. They can come back by means of vows. So they do have skandhas. They're back. Bodhisattvas are back in a body, but it's not a body born of karma. There are two kinds of rebirths. One is blown by the wind of karma, and one is because of vows to save. So how powerful is that? That's why we call it dedication, and transference can do that. 我们就把这个第二呢，这个永远至于彼岸故名回向，为什么呢？因为出诸蕴，出诸蕴怎么讲呢？这个五蕴大家知道了，是身和心。这个五蕴呢，身与心从什么地方拿来呢？从父母那里拿来的。意思是说，我们一生出就有新的一套五蕴，身和心。我们离开这里，就以后不在这个世界上，因为把那个五蕴换回去，回收了 ，recycled。这个意思是说，菩萨他能回向这样子呢，就已经再不受生死老样子，他现在成愿再来，不是说受夜风而刮到新的一个台上，不是，他现在已经可以离开了，他有自由来明去白， 所以故名回向。回向能有这种的大的效果。So dedication of merit has this power to take us beyond all skandhas. Okay, number 3. It is called dedication because we left out the forever. I'm sorry, this one doesn't have yong. These two have no yong. Okay. They transcend the path of language, arriving at the other shore. Look at that. That's so interesting. So, in other words, when you dedicate merit, you don't have to even put it into words. It's the mind. The mind is sending out, what, light, maybe? Yeah, I guess. From the heart. The heart is sending out goodness, giving merit and virtue and blessings and good roots beyond language. Of course, you can put a name to it, but dedication doesn't depend on thoughts or language. It's already a transcendent dharma. 这个很有意思，是不是？就说3个字、4个字，度、言、语、道。什么意思呢？怎么讲呢？至于彼岸故名回向，就说回向呢，做出来的时候，不一定要靠语言，也不一定要靠思想。回向呢，应该说是用光明、光和影在回向，从自己的心就把自己的功德、善根、福报布施出去了。可以说了，当然，因为有10个回向念，很多，可是呢，不需要，就直接从自己的心回向，向外回向 ，right？ 这个法门太微妙。So how cool is this Dharma that you send it out from your heart? It's beyond words and language. 就说应该说不可思议，不可思想，不可言议。You can't think about it, you can't talk about it. But if you want to explain it, certainly you can. But they have transcended the path of language. Next, dedicated because free from all thoughts. There it is. 不可心思，不可言议, right? You can't speak of it, you can't think of it. But the transference works all the same to the other shore. That's why it's called transference. 我没有说嘛，不可心思，不可言议，理种种想。可是呢，恰到好处，不会错了，不会落于空了。所以回向，我们要明白什么叫回向。从自己的心流露出来的一种法布施。The dedication is a gift of Dharma, giving Dharma. So words and language are not necessary. This is really good. We're getting a clearer focus on what is transference, actually. Okay, back to the forevers. It's called dedication because they forever cut off the view of self. If you are giving away your merit and virtue and your blessings, you're giving it away. Now, because we are living beings, we don't lose any, but the benefits to the self are being given to others without calculating of how much you lose. So it's called transference because it really does give us a method of subduing the self, arriving at the other shore. Okay, 就说这样子呢，永断身见。Okay, 4个字，3个字，断身见。身见呢，就说菩萨所修来的、所修成的这个功德、善根福报，完全布施出去。不是说，这次我布施把85%，剩下的15%我就留下来了给我自己了，不是，他不是这样做的，他真的是就说，愿你吃亏，这菩萨可以的，他又把这个功德回向给众生。其实因为 菩萨也是众生，所以呢，他也不亏，他也不少了。不过他不故意，他不打那个算盘，说，我不会，I can't make a good deal， 不是，他不是给自己计算。这样子呢，那个我见立不住，慢慢的就已经证得通体大悲。So the secret here is if you give away all your merit and virtue and you don't calculate on yourself, pretty soon that self that is in charge of everything just disappears. And we realize same body, great compassion. Okay, it's called dedication because forever free of all clinging. Look at that. 离益处离一处, second tone, first tone, third tone. 离一处, to the other point, to the other shore. Okay, what does it mean? Clinging, yeah. You could also say reliance. Nothing doesn't depend on anything. And someone's saying, oh boy, that's pretty scary. I need some security in there. This is a scary world. And to that to the point that we are unable to let go, that's how much we're obstructed. Said Master Hua to a young American disciple bowing to city of 10,000 Buddhas, however much you seek, that's how much you'll be obstructed. Do you understand? Drove away. 2 months, 2 sentences. I got 2 sentences of instruction in 2 months. And it was all about seeking. And of course I didn't understand. So that's how much I was obstructed. This is it. The bodhisattva, the real bodhisattvas do not cling. They are free from all dependence and reliance. Because why? That's mind-made. It doesn't exist. And to cling to it means you, in the face of emptiness, you are holding on to something. And by letting go, who knows? 所以呢，你看，没有这个依处，不依赖，那么上人就对一个美国弟子就说：“道无求处，便无有。你只招多少，你放不下多少，你就被多少给障碍。你听得懂吗？”然后就开走了。2个月有2句话的教训啊，就因为有所求，所以呢，就一定有所有，忧虑啊，没成功，因为执着。这个自相矛盾，就是在真空里边没有任何东西我们可以执着了。可是呢，我们到真的到那个地方，哎呀，执着了，那个空啊是可怕的。Emptiness is pretty scary, right? 所以呢，说是一方面，真的做到另一方面。Okay, more. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 more forevers. It's dedication because they forever put an end to all actions arriving at the other shore. Now, this is already esoteric, that is to say, beyond the realm of ordinary duality. This is, but completely in accordance with the Dharma realm, completely in accordance with Prajna Dharma. Putting an end to all actions doesn't mean you put an end to cultivation or transference. It's just the overt, thought-based, I'm doing this, you're getting the results. This is real transference done with an exchange of, maybe it's light, right? So putting an end to all actions means karma is also still and clear, but the dedication, the vows, continue. That's the magic of the Bodhisattva path. 菩萨呢，他就说，他就觉所作。你看3个字，觉所作，不是说觉所回向，不是说觉所愿、所发愿，没有了，就是说现在已经 到了第六的地步呢，这个般若地步，结果呢，到这个地步呢，就说已经快证的这个无功用行，这个无功用行，就是继续修行，继续度众生，继续就说用功办道了。可是呢，这个时候因为二法，就说我知法知已经不限制这位菩萨呢，所以呢，所做呢，就说看起来他就不必作意，一样回向。Okay, when Shifu Master Hua would talk about he would talk about samadhi, and he would say, there's a point where bodhisattvas no longer 作意, they no longer have to form the thought in order to enter samadhi. Before that point, bodhisattvas can enter samadhi like arhats enter samadhi, but they have to hold their mind. They have to make the thought of it. And at this point, bodhisattvas here their mind is so refined, and the self's control of their life is so weak that there's no difference. Walking, standing, sitting, lying down, they're always in samadhi. So transference happens without them having to 作意, without having to act. They call it effortless cultivation, 无功用行, effortless practice at this point. So you can think, wow, what's that like? How cool would that be, right? Well, just keep going. We'll get there at some point. We'll know without having to ask anybody else. But at this point, it's like, wow, that must be cool. All right. Next, and three more. Okay, let's start with the English here. It's called dedication because forever what? Transcend all existence. Okay, existence and non-existence are dualities. Existence and what? Oblivion are dualities. The Bodhisattva is not bound by that. He or she can use transformed bodies now. So those bodies are made of thought, made of will, made of vows, and they do their job and they're gone. So do they exist or do they not? Yes, they do, like an illusion. Okay. 第八呢，出诸有，至于彼岸，归命回向。你看这三个字，菩萨现在呢，甚至于化身都能派出去了，这个应身。那么这个应身是因为有愿力，因为功德够了，有这个愿，菩萨所发的愿，结果那个身体出来了，做他这个度众生的事，到彼岸，然后呢，没有了。那它真的存在吗？还是不存在？哎呀，这二法就是有和空，不要这样算，因为已经到了第六地步，般若这个地步呢，所以呢，哇，很奇妙。最后四个呢，从这个觉所作，已经境界不一样了哈。好了，然后呢 ，it's called dedication because they forever forsake all grasping. Yes, that would be nice. 用舍举取。What are you going to cling to? As they say in Ghostbusters, who are you going to call? There's emptiness out there, except the reality that we make with our behavior. And at this point, karma depends upon a body, doesn't it? To come back and give you pleasure, give you pain, repay you, and whatever. What if your body is no longer bound up in the four elements and the five skandhas? Then where does the karma alight? Right? Like Master's sixth patriarch, Master Huineng, fundamentally there's not one thing. Where can dust delight? What are you going to grasp? Right? 那么我们就知道已经会排出化身应身呢，那就说离开四大假合的身体，离开这个五蕴呢，这个肉身，所以呢，这个善业恶业会来的时候落到哪一个身体呢？就像六祖大师呢，就说本来无一物，何处惹尘埃？哪里啊？所以呢，永舍诸取，你要着什么呢？你没什么可着呢，不必取不能取因为已经离开众生界。可是呢，他回来众生界，表示这种逍遥自在。The Bodhisattva has already left behind the realm of beings, and the realm of beings cling. We living beings cling to everything because it's scary out there. It seems so empty. But the Bodhisattva comes right back to demonstrate to us the freedom that is there and available when we can really stop grasping. Okay, it's called dedication because they forever transcend worldly phenomena. Pusa, the Bodhisattvas are beyond dharmas at this point, and they're free. They can use dharmas like a magician bringing illusions into being. But then you go, wow, where did it go? That's amazing. How did you know which card I pulled? I had the Queen of Diamonds here, and you knew it, and you didn't even look at it. That's amazing. The magicians, wash my hands. Right? So it seems like magic. It's not. It's discipline, cultivation, freedom from attachment to dharmas. So who would like to have that kind of freedom? Well, I would, but I'm not. I'm attached to lunch. I'm attached to how much sugar gets in the coffee cup. You know, how dark is the toasted? So yeah, real bodhisattvas, toast is good, coffee is good, lunch is good. Have it, don't have it, we'll have it tomorrow. I'm not worried, right? Transcending worldly phenomena and free and able to teach us because of that freedom. Pusa 在诸法里边了，万法他们知道万法皆空，结果呢，这样子也可以那样子也可以，根本没有也可以。他不执着了，他已经离开，在万法里边参了万象，他就自由，就像一条鱼在如鱼得水，就自由了，逍遥自在。Okay. We got to take a little break from my voice. Namo Do Bao Ru Lai, Namo Bao Sung Ru Lai, Namo Miao Si Shen Ru Lai, Namo Gong Ru Shen Ru Lai, Namo Li Bu Ru Lai, Namo Gan Ru Lai, Namo Amito Ru Lai. Let's cultivate some merit, and then we can transfer more at the end, right? Namo Do Bao Ru Lai. 大家跟着我念，一起念哈，这样子就到回向的时候就有功德可以回向啊。南无多宝如来，南无宝生如来，南无妙思生如来，南无光多生如来，南无离不为如来，南无根如来，南无阿弥陀如来。 we go. 南无多宝如来，南无宝生如来，南无妙思生如来，南无广波生如来，南无利度为如来，南无甘露王如来，南无阿弥陀如来。Yes indeed. So, what are the benefits? Ooh, 你念多宝如来, you get rid of stinginess, you leave 3 suffering rebirths, you get rid of poverty. If you're a shopkeeper or a business owner, you get success. You get rid of the karma of theft that creates poverty. Business people recite 南无多宝如来，多念南无多宝如来呢，你就刻薄的心、奸起的心去掉了，就是三恶道往生就离开了，贫贱就是说贫穷就离开了，你是做生意的、开店的，就会成功。你如果自己前生有投道的业呢，这就是因为，所以今生就受贫穷的果报呢，就是把它化掉了。所以呢，做生意的人多念南无多宝如来。宝生如来呢 the name 宝生如来 Tathagata 宝生 animals get protecting spirits, pets. You don't fall into the miserable rebirths. If you recite in the marketplace, butcher shops and mortuaries can lighten the karma of death. Really a wonderful rebirth, a wonderful name to recite. 我们多念南无宝生如来呢，就说动物呢，海鲜还有鸟鸟，他们都有护身的护法、护身神来了，保护他们。所以你家里养狗、养猫这个金鱼啊、蟋蟀啊，那个 birds， 你就多念南无宝生如来，他们就以后来生就不会再来做畜生道。你就到那个市场里边屠宰店呢，卖肉的，或者那个殡仪馆，这个他们都会清他们的这个生死的业呢。OK， 妙思生如来，妙筛 or 妙思 also okay， 妙思生。The benefits are ghosts. So this is the 畜生道, this is the 鬼道, 恶鬼道. They go from yin to yang, they leave the ghost path. You get a beautiful appearance, beautiful body. Children in the womb become pretty babies when born. You get physical beauty in life after life. 多念南无妙思生如来，妙筛生如来呢，鬼道前边是畜生道，就是鬼道、恶鬼道，他们从阴改到阳气，就离开鬼道。你自己再来做人，你的美貌非常好看啊。这个孩子在母亲的胎里边出来，已经很英俊，一定很庄严，所以生生世世都会有这个好看，就是美貌。广波生如来 ，next one Tathagata 广波生 ，hungry ghosts. Throats, they expand, they can drink water. They get reborn in the heavens with a big body, born with a large, healthy, happy body, life after life. 广波生如来呢，就说恶鬼他们的喉咙本来不能喝水，现在扩大了，可以饮水，熄灭恶鬼的痛苦。他们就来生就到天堂那个天人法界去受生，生生世世都有很健康、很广大的身体了。Leap away, Tathagata, free from fear. What's the benefit? Fish and birds are not afraid of you. Their hearts lose all fear and they leave the animal realm. Here's another one that's pointed at the beings with which we share our physical world, the animals realm. OK， 这是给畜生道，就说鱼类那个鸟就不怕你，因 因为你多念南无离不为如来，他们的心里就没有恐怖，他们可以离开畜生道。甘露王如来 ambrosia or sweet dew. Fish understand you when you speak Dharma for them, when you recite the Heart Sutra, Great Compassion Mantra. If you recite for your child before they go to class, they will remember the teacher's lessons. Oh, they will get into where? Where do you want your kids to go? Stanford? Want them to go to Taida, Beida, Qingda? Where do you want them to go? Harvard? So you can, if you recite Namo Ganlu Wang Rulai. 你多念南无甘露王如来语差识别都可以听得懂，你对他们讲法或者念心经或者大悲咒，你的孩子你多念南无甘露王如来，他们在课室里边听到那个教授老师给他们讲的课程呢，他们都会记得了。当然，他们的考试的时候很容易就到了 Stanford 或者台大、北大、清大，要去哪里就可以了，成功。And the very end, we have 阿弥陀如来，阿弥陀佛。What are the benefits of Amitabha? If you recite, you can eradicate 80 million eons of life and death debts, be reborn in his happy place. 就是多念南无阿弥陀佛的圣号呢，就80 million 8000万劫的生死债就去掉了，洗得干净，就可以往生西方极乐世界。Okay, ho ho, boy, now that you know, 那你现在知道这个好处呢？再来 one more time. 南无多宝如来，南无宝生如来，南无妙法生如来，南无广度生如来，南无离不为如来，南无甘露王如来，南无阿弥陀如来。All right, 多念。Okay, please. Okay. There we go. All right. We're going to read just a little more. Let's see here. Okay, good. Here we are. Excellent. Okay, we've got just a bit more. Ready? 佛子菩萨摩诃萨如是回向时，此为随顺佛住，随顺法住，随顺智住，随顺菩提住，随顺意住，随顺回向住，随顺境界住，随顺行恒住，随顺真实住，随顺清净住。Disciples of the Buddha, when bodhisattvas, mahasattvas make dedications in this way, they abide in accordance with the Dharma. They abide in accordance with the Buddha, with the Dharma, with wisdom, with bodhi, with principle, with dedications, with states, with practices, with reality, and with purity. Okay, they accord. So this is, look at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 things that they accord with. So their dedication, their transference is influenced by wholesome dharmas. Buddha, Dharma, wisdom, bodhi, principle, dedication, states that of their meditation, for example, practices reality and purity. Reality is truth and reality, 真实, okay, and purity. So this is how the transference is very lively. It's just a thought in the mind, isn't it? But wow, what you can do with it is just incredible. 菩萨他们回向的时候，就是一道光明，是从他们的心看不见了，很 一念心是多重呢？它的轻重呢？没有了，当然是什么颜色呢？也没有了，就是这么微细的、很巧妙的、很奇妙的。不过，心呢，它都能令众生到彼岸，所以呢，它回向的时候，它就随顺每一次需要的不同的念愿、不同的愿力，就回向佛法智菩提意回向境界恒真实清净这些住处呢，它完全包括在一念心，然后再回向。Alrighty, now next week, Dharma Master Sure is going to explain the 10 benefits of Prajnaparamita from the Devadatta chapter of the Lotus Sutra. 下个礼拜呢，智法师会讲这个《法华经》提婆达多品般若波罗蜜的10种利益，大家一定要争先恐后来参加。然后我回来了，在美国呢，就讲一讲这个从这里开始，然后大家看看。是为菩萨摩诃萨第6。Actually, you know what? Nah, I'll wait. I don't want to push it. So this is all we have left before we get to the verses. Right there. So yeah, we have a bit to go. 我们就有那么多，就可以到这个重诵。从我们下次在这里开始，然后那个最后的 summary 总括and right there begin the verses. Okay, just to let you know what's coming up. Ho ho ho. We have a story to tell, and I'm going to bring up the story. We have to go to, let's see here. Okay, it's, I believe, get my page. I think it's 17. More than that. Sorry for the scrolling. I know it's kind of dizzy inducing. 24, 22, 23, 24. And let's see. It wasn't 17, it was 27. Right. Here we go. 25, 26, 27. Okay. Here we are, Wild Horse Spring. There we go. Okay, right there. That's it. Okay, this is going to be here on this side. And this is going to be here on this side. Oops. Okay, slide that in there. Okay, ready? 十行百余里，师道密叶马圈不得，下水欲饮，待众失手复之。哎呦，千里横自依照心情，又失路，盘回不知所去。乃欲东归，海第4峰，行10余里，自念我先发愿，若不知天主，众不东归一步，今何故来？宁可就西而死，起归东而生。Okay, that's the famous phrase, right? 那句话非常著名哈。于是玄佩，转念观音，西北而进，世事四顾茫然，人鸟俱绝。夜自妖凄火， I'm sorry. 叶子妖气举火，烂若繁星。昼子金风涌沙，散入雨时。虽欲如是，心无所惧，但苦水尽，可不能前。是时4夜5日，无一地战后，口腹干焦，几句允绝，不复能进。虽卧沙中，默念观音，遂困不舍。其菩萨曰：宣壮此行，不求财力、无计、名誉，但为无上正法来耳。仰为菩萨慈念春生，以救苦为物，此为苦役，宁不知也？如是告示，心心无措。至第5夜半，忽有凉风处身，2块入目寒水，遂得目明，马亦能骑，体积苏习，得少睡眠。即于梦中，梦亦大身，长数丈。至己回曰：何不强行而更卧也？法师静悟进发，行可10里，马户一路，置之不回。哎呦，径数里，勿见青草树木，下马此时saved 去草10步欲回转，又到1尺，水干称清澈。OK， 继而就饮，生命充全，人马俱得苏息。即此因废酒水草，故是菩萨慈悲为生。其余其至成通神，皆此类也。即就曹氏1日听席，后日盛水取草进发，更尽2日，访处一沙。I'm covering over. You all could have been reading this. Yeah, sorry. 放出流沙至淫物矣。此等恶难，百千不能备叙。Okay, incredible story here. Here we go. I just read it. I'll just put that away for now. Okay. True story. After having traveled for more than 100 li, he lost his way. He couldn't find Wild Horse Spring. When he took down his water bag to have a drink, it was so heavy it slipped from his hands, and the water that was to sustain him during his journey of 1,000 li was spilled all at once. Oops. That's life and death right there. He lost his way in the winding path. He didn't know which direction to proceed. So he thought, I better go back to the 4th watchtower. But he got 10 li that way, and he said, wait. I vowed not to turn back even 1 step to the east before I reach India. Why am I going back now? And this is the power sentence that everybody remembers. I would rather die on my way to the west than return to the east and live. Then he reined back his horse, proceeded again towards the northwest, while repeating the name of Guan Shiyin Pusa, no water. He looked around and saw nothing but the vast desert. There wasn't a man or a bird to be seen. In the night, the evil spirits and demons sparkled as brightly as stars in the sky. Okay, at night, demons on all sides. It fell down like a shower. He encountered such circumstances, but had no fear in his mind. The trouble was the lack of water. He was so thirsty he couldn't go forward. 4 nights and 5 days, not a drop of water to moisten his throat. Now, we always say like 3 days you can do without. 5 days, no water. his mouth and his stomach dried up. Being at the brink of death, he couldn't move. He lay down on the sand and repeated the name, Guan Shiyin Pusa, and continued to recite, even in this desperate situation. He prayed to Guan Yin and said, I'm undertaking this journey not for the purpose of gaining wealth or winning reputation. It was simply to acquire the right Dharma that I've come here. I pray the Bodhisattva will have mercy upon all living beings and save those in distress. I am in distress. Can you please hear me? Guan Yin, pick up your cell phone. When he prayed in this manner, his mind was concentrated without distraction. And at midnight on the 5th day, a cool breeze suddenly came and made him feel as chilly as if he's taking a bath in cold water. He opened his eyes. His horse, who was there dying of thirst beside him, found his feet. Refreshed by the cool air, he fell asleep for a while, and he dreamed a giant deity, several tens of feet tall, holding a spear and a flag in his hands. And the deity said to him, Why are you sleeping here? Instead of moving forward, get up. Who was that? The master was startled. He awoke from his sleep. He proceeded on the journey. Having gone 10 li, suddenly the horse, oh no, the horse changes course and runs away, pulled hard at the reins, dragging him in another direction. A few li further on, he saw a pasture several acres wide and dismounted to graze his horse. When he'd gone 10 paces beyond the pasture and about to turn back, there was a pond of clean, sweet water. Saved by the horse. He went down to drink. His life was saved, and he and his horse got their strength back. You might say the pasture and the water pond had not been there before, but they came by the compassion of the Bodhisattva. Yeah, you could say that. His sincerity of mind communicated with the divinities. You bet. This was one of many such instances. There's an understatement. He rested for a day at the pasture and the pond, and after refilling the water bag and gathering grass, he continued his journey on the following day. Good thing he didn't drop his water bag when it was empty, right? Traveling for 2 more days, he came out of the desert. He made it across the Taklamakan. He reached the country of Iwu. The hardships he experienced were numerous and cannot be related in full detail. Whew. Boy, oh boy. That's an amazing story. You have to be sincere to the ultimate. If you are sincere to the ultimate, there can be a response. Now, a little later, May in Taiwan sent in a story for Buddhist music. Our house has lots of mosquitoes that come out in the evening. My friends and I kept getting bit, so we brainstormed, how do we get them out of the house that won't harm them? We saw mosquitoes fly out of our pot of steamed corn. We left it on the table. We saw that mosquitoes liked the taste of steamed corn, which we had for lunch every day. So, aha, bing, light bulb. After, we put a finished corn cobs in a deep bowl for the mosquitoes and put the bowl on a chair by the door. Several times in the evening, I would cap the bowl with a pot lid, take them outside and let them go, watching dozens fly away into the night. Good job. Isn't this a beautiful illustration? Looks just like a mosquito. So, what do you do? What good deed have you done? Tell us. We will send you your choice of music. 善业的音乐台湾一个梅就说我们房间里边很多蚊子蚊虫，它们晚上出来了，我和朋友们一起都常常被蚊子被叮到，所以我们就想想看怎么会把它们拿走，可是不要杀它们。然后我们有一个锅里边都有玉米鱼酥酥就那个蚊子很喜欢，所以我们把那个锅呢有这个 corn 放在桌上，蚊虫就来吃。他们喜欢这个 OK， 所以呢我们吃完了就把那个 corn cob 放在一个碗子里边了，摆在一个椅子上，就是靠近门那儿。然后几次那个晚上我就把一个盖子很快就放在锅上， 就把那些蚊子拿到外边去，打开了，让它们起飞。有几次这样做了还是尊敬他们，可是呢，不给他们这么大机会咬到。Clever 很聪明，一个方法。You bet。那我们就送他喜欢的佛教音乐。You too can get your pick of Buddhist music at dharmaradio.org. 到 dharmaradio.org 都可以来做善事，然后受到佛教的音乐。Here we go. Dedicate merit. We've got some to dedicate, don't we? 我们现在有功德可以回向，来。Every living being, our minds as one and radiant with light, share the fruits of peace with hearts of goodness, luminous and bright. If people hear and see how hands and hearts can find in giving unity, may our minds awake to great compassion, wisdom, and to joy. May kindness find reward. May all who sorrow leave their grief and pain. May this boundless light dispel the darkness of our endless night. Because our hearts are one, this world of pain turns into paradise. May all become compassionate and wise. May all become compassionate and wise. May all become compassionate and wise. And now we will bow to the Buddhas and bow to our teacher. Let's first bow to the Buddhas. There we go. 好了，我们就礼佛三问心。Bow in respect to the Venerable Master. Alrighty, I will see you in 2 weeks. Our Master Sure will be here next week. 那我就2个礼拜后跟大家再见嘛。恒实法师下个礼拜再讲《法华经》。阿弥陀佛，bye bye everybody.